What if anxiety, as we know it, was just a tip of a huge iceberg, and underneath there is an entire badly scripted story stretching from your past into your future? And in that story, if you really follow your dreams or do what you want to do, you will fail, you will get hurt, you will lose security or anything that's really important to you. It's a nasty movie with one purpose only: to keep you small, stuck, and do what you don't really want to do on a daily basis. So today I'm going to let you in on a secret, and once you know it, you'll never see anxiety or those sneaky fears that keep you spinning in your head the same way again. So when it comes to anxiety, I'm not talking about just managing the symptoms in the moment. I'm talking about dissolving the whole story. Imagine being free from trying to staying calm or more present, because the annoying, anxious voice in your head has just left, gone, like poof, as if it never existed. So in this video, let's expose the real problem with anxiety, not some old recycled stuff you've already heard before. In fact, it might be the exact opposite of what the self-help world's been telling you for decades. We'll uncover the 3 hidden costs of managing anxiety every day, and I'll show you a completely different way, one that doesn't just endlessly deal with the symptoms, but dissolves the entire story of your anxiety, overthinking, and procrastination. But who am I, and why should you even listen to me? My name is Kissper. I am a transpersonal coach with a background in transpersonal psychology and consciousness studies, and I work mostly with entrepreneurs, influencers, and coaches, the high aimers who've read all the self-help books but still feel stuck. My thing: I use systems to help my clients dissolve underlying stories and self-identities so they can go from stagnation and stress to real progress aligned with their deep values. And I used to seriously struggle with anxiety. I would experience such painful sensations in my stomach that it really felt like I was being stabbed with a knife. It was so bad. I felt completely paralyzed sometimes, but mostly I just couldn't focus on what really was important to me. And I neglected my needs and my bigger dreams, and it felt like I was just trapped in an endless cycle of managing my stress with meditation, hypnosis, and healing practices for years, until I became completely disillusioned with the whole self-help and spiritual industry. And then I accidentally found Nonduality, and it just blew my mind. It wasn't just about managing anxiety anymore, it was about dissolving the whole story that caused it. And this work isn't based on some abstract philosophy or spiritual theories. It's based on thousands of hours of deep inner inquiry, both with my clients and myself. So there is a totally different way to handle these fears as stories. And nope, it's not some subliminal message nonsense. This isn't the 90s. But here is the thing: the overthinking, or feeling paralyzed by overanalyzing, that's not even the real problem. You know what else is not the problem? The uncomfortable sensations, heart racing, or inability to focus. That's not the problem. The real problem is that the hidden story that causes anxiety is affecting our daily decisions. We end up saying yes to what we don't truly want, and we say no to what actually feeds our heart and soul. And before we know it, we are stuck in a life we don't recognize, suffocating under obligations and compromises. And none of this is your fault. Now, before we dive into the solution, let's look at the 3 hidden costs of managing anxiety without actually fixing the core issue. The first hidden fee, the cost of authenticity. My clients are smart, conscious people, But the moment their self-image is threatened, poof, there goes their authenticity right out of the window. When you're busy managing anxiety, you shapeshift into whatever feels safe or acceptable. And before you know it, you have compromised who you really are. And when fear is running the show, you're so busy avoiding some future disaster that you miss the red flags in your life and make really bad choices for the long term. And the second hidden fee is postponing your best self. It's not just the anxious thoughts that hurt, it's much bigger than that. The real damage is in the slow, silent postponing of your best version. Every time you let anxiety take the wheel, you're pushing off the life you know you're capable of living. You're stuck managing your stress, numbing your fears, and just never really addressing the core issue, like keeping your dream car in neutral while hoping it will magically drive you somewhere. And the more you give in to that postponing, the easier it becomes to accept less excitement, less fulfillment, less of that hell yes feeling you're craving. This isn't about pushing harder or powering through. It's about recognizing that managing anxiety is like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound. It's just not enough, and it's costing you more than you realize. And meanwhile, years of potential slip away while you're so busy managing anxiety instead of dissolving it at its source. And you're missing out on opportunities that could change everything. It's like swoosh, gone forever. And the third hidden fee, time, energy, and money. Maybe you've tried apps, meditation, or endless self-help books and tips. Think about all the hours you've wasted scrolling through social media, hoping for a distraction, a little dopamine hit to just take the edge off. And how many days, months, years have you burned through, stuck in this cycle of managing, coping, and numbing, all the while life's passing you by? And here is the part no one likes to admit. The ways we distract ourselves from anxiety are costing us, and not just a few bucks here and there. They are robbing you of your future wealth, your relationships, and your health. Every time you choose to scroll instead of focusing on what truly matters, you're actively choosing to stay stuck in a state of just getting by. And you're not just losing time, you're losing the energy that could be used to build something meaningful. Your relationships, your business, your future. You could be spending that time creating, investing in yourself, and taking actions that actually bring in energy, joy, or financial abundance. And let's be real, this hidden story of anxiety isn't just affecting your daily habits. It's sabotaging your potential in the long run. Anxiety is draining your resources, your time, and your energy, and you can't get those back. There is an easier and more effective way to deal with anxiety, but it's not about managing the symptoms. It's about dissolving the entire story so it's not affecting your daily decisions. If you are the type who overthinks everything but knows deep down there is more waiting for you, I've got something radically different for you. Let's be clear, when there is no fearful story, we are free to be who we are, and we are free to do what we actually want to do, day by day. This is why I created First Ignition, to dissolve anxiety and procrastination. This comprehensive online course combines my passion for theater improv and comedy with non-duality. You'll learn more here by discovering your own truth than in years reading intellectual texts. And what's left? You, without the BS. No overthinking, no second guessing, just clarity and simple, purposeful action from your deep values. So what exactly will you learn in this online course? You'll discover how anxiety tricks you into believing it's your protector and why that belief keeps you stuck. You'll discover whether the protection anxiety offers is actually truly needed or if it's just holding you back. You'll learn how the false character you identify with in your story is kind of a jerk and uses anxiety to maintain a false sense of control. And you will discover how inaction and procrastination serve to keep the false identity alive, preventing you from stepping into your true self, and much more. At the core of First Ignition, you'll learn a simple 7-minute morning practice with just 3 steps that dissolves anxiety at its root, letting you start your day feeling inspired. But that's not all. You also get access to some killer bonuses like books and audiobooks that will help you to go beyond anxiety management, even if you don't know where your anxiety is coming from sometimes. First Ignition also comes with interactive quizzes and support group where you can connect with others and receive additional support. And if you stay till the end of this video, I'll even hook you up with a discount. There is really nothing like First Ignition out there, but don't take my word for it. Hear what some of my students have said about it. I got this message from Leonora, a course grad, and here is what she had to say about First Ignition. First off, I am very glad I signed up for this course. It has been and continues to be very beneficial. I still use it pretty much every day, but in a sort of condensed version. This helps me recontextualize my anxiety from both real and unreal situations. In recent years, I've struggled with a feeling of dread and impending doom upon waking. First Ignition helped reduce it significantly. As someone with a history of addiction issues, this is really, really helpful. And a quick message from Patricio. I wanted you to know that every step of the way during the course was truly inspiring, eye-opening, insightful, and brilliant. Why I am so thankful for you is because your way of teaching is just so real, and during this course I open myself up to a new truth every time. That is just so mind-awakening, and I am in awe, and I had an aha moment in every module. I finally have clarity on who I truly am. In a nutshell, what you've been taught about managing anxiety, it's not working and it never will. Not in any lasting way. It's actually hurting you, costing you money, relationships, and your true potential. First Ignition is here to reconnect you with your true nature, where anxiety simply cannot exist. This course will save you headaches and years of putting off the best version of yourself. The entire course is valued at over $800, but today you can enroll for a fraction of that value. For a limited time, it is available for $97 for those who are ready now. And I'm so confident that it will help you step into your fearless self that I offer a full 60-day money-back guarantee, because I want this to be a completely stress-free decision. Plus, if you join today, you'll get access to an exclusive bonus, my private one-on-one visionary alignment call to help you create a roadmap towards a more aligned life while dissolving anxiety. But heads up, this invitation is only available for a limited time, so click the big green enroll button below and I'll see you inside. Or maybe you're wondering, is this course really for me? I already tried so many things. Well, First Ignition is perfect if you are the type who is logical and analytical and yet imaginative. You've probably been on the self-development roller coaster for a while now, but still feel like something's holding you back and you just can't quite put your finger on it. If you're ambitious with big goals and you're curious about exploring non-duality while staying grounded in the real world, this is 100% for you. And just to be clear, if you are after a quick fix, band-aid, this isn't the place. And if you're dealing with generalized anxiety disorder, severe phobias, or other mental health conditions that need professional care, this course isn't for you either. Or if you're still at the crossroads, you can take the free lessons for a test drive and see for yourself. Here is the hard truth. If you are not willing to confront your anxiety, you're basically signing up for more years of wasting time, money, and energy. You'll keep settling for less and low-key hating your life. So this is your chance to try a completely different way, and it's risk-free. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. You can keep walking the same old path, trying to manage anxiety, hoping it'll magically change. Or you can choose a new path, one where you don't just react to life, but actively create it. First Ignition is that path, and I'm inviting you to take the step. Chloe wrote to me, "I've suffered from anxiety since I was a kid. I was terrified of flying, which has held me back from going on vacations in the past. I was very impressed because I was able to take both the long flights to and from without any anxiety medication." And one more message from Tom. "First Ignition was an outstanding course. It has provided an attainable and truly practical way to change my relationship with anxiety, and it is now a part of my daily morning practice. It opens space to give and receive creative life force. I also found the bonus materials rich and helpful, allowing me to see that I share the exact patterns with others, and then to see there is a way to break the same old patterns. Overall, it has added a spark of excitement to living, amazing and impactful work, and with real tools to use in living life." Well, thank you for sticking with me this far and for opening your mind to new possibilities. You're basically a hero in your own story, and as I promised, here is your limited time discount code. Just type HERO at the secure checkout and you'll get 15% off. So go ahead, click the big green Enroll button below and start your journey today. The time to create your life you actually want is now. Enroll now and let the BS dissolution begin.